This happened about 3 years ago. I'm 26 now, so I was fresh out of college and not a bad looking lass. Meaning I was used to deflecting certain men and engaging with others. Good at diffusing a situation and good at going with the flow if I felt comfortable. One night I was out with friends at a pretty dark and dingy dance club. It was one of those bars that you go to as almost a joke. We were pretty drunk and dancing like absolute morons. Suddenly I felt a hand on my hip as though someone was trying to dance with me. I turned around and saw a relatively good-looking guy, so I went with it. No harm, no foul. My friends were laughing, my guy friends didn't seem alarmed, I felt fine. He tells me his name, asks mine too. He then proceeded to ask me where I lived, which I didn't think was too weird. I told him I lived nearby, not giving away any details, but when he pried to get a neighborhood, I eventually just lied. Then things took an ugly turn. He made sexual advances that were completely uncalled for. It was aggressive, unwanted, and frankly disgusting. I tried laughing it off and tried to ask him to stop it in a disarming way. I knew I didn't want to make this guy mad. His hands were on my hip and I tried to pry them off with such force that I accidentally knocked a drink out of someone's hand when I couldn't hang on. My friends were at the bar at this point, so we were alone. That's when it kicked up a notch. Lucky for me, a couple at the booth saw me in distress. The woman ran over, gave me a hug and said, "Oh my God, it's so good to see you. Pretend like you know me." She whispered the last part to me when she hugged me. They whisked me away to the table. My friends came and found me with a couple and I thought I was safe. I thought he had left. I went to the bathroom and when I came out, he was there. He ambushed me and demanded to put his number in my phone. Again, I didn't want to make this guy angry and the bathroom was right by the front door. I didn't want him to try and push me out of the club and take me somewhere. So I did as he said. He then asked me to give him a call right there and then to make sure our numbers were exchanged. As soon as his phone rang and he reached for his pocket, I ran back to safety. He lurked around for a few more minutes and then it hit me. He was there all by himself. He had no friends there, no group. At this point, my drunk starts to wear off. He was clearly very sober. I got a sick feeling in my stomach. A few moments later, I watched him leave the club alone. The next day, I got a text from him saying, "Hi, date night this Tuesday." I block him immediately. I'm super creeped out. I start to think more and more about that night and how creepy and forceful he was. Over the next week, he proceeded to find me on all social media. I blocked him on everything he found me on. Except, he didn't add me on Facebook, which I thought was strange. I started to do some digging on him. Turns out, he did have a Facebook page, but it was under his original name and a different last name than he had texted me. It was the same last name I found connected to his phone number when I reverse searched it on True People Search. I didn't know what to think, but I knew it was creepy and unsettling. The only thing I could see on his Facebook without adding him was his bio header and several posts he had made to his local Catholic Brotherhood chapter. Some cryptic as hell, and some about finding a room to rent since he was new to the area. Again, just creepy. The absolute creepiest thing was his Facebook bio header. It was in Latin, a Bible verse. I believe it was from Revelations and it was the verse about the woman of Apocalypse. I was so scared at this point I didn't know what to do. Over the next few weeks, he kept finding me on other platforms I didn't even think about, like LinkedIn and Venmo. The last time he tried to contact me was about a year after the initial meeting. He tried to send me a message on WhatsApp. I didn't even open it, deleted and blocked. I'm still scared I'll run into him one day. I don't know if I'd even recognize him anymore. He has no footprints online. Everything is deleted, not a trace of him. So, whatever your real name is, let's not meet again.
You're not afraid of the dark, are you? La la la.